You can begin either with eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. And just turn your attention inward and start to slow down. You can begin to slow down your breath. I sometimes think of the image of a snow globe that's been shaken, and then these first few moments I'm just letting things settle. You might bring some attention down to the base of your pose. Just feel what's touching the floor or the props underneath you as a way of getting grounded. And anytime you notice that your mind is wandered onto something else, or you're checked out or overthinking, just the moment that you notice, invite yourself back. Maybe feel what's touching the floor again. Feel that you are breathing again. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin with a side stretch. We'll take the right arm up and over, and you can lean onto your left hand or elbow, trying not to tip over, so keep both sit bones grounded, and then start to circle your right arm back behind you as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then curve your way through center. Come all the way over to the other side. And then start to circle your left arm back behind you, reaching as far back as you can. So you're exploring what's possible for your physical body, what you notice when you are moving towards your edges, what sensation that stirs up. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then curve your way through center, come all the way over to the other side. Take one big circle. When you get to the beginning, again, curve around through center all the way over to the first side. One big circle. And then let's curve to center and hang out there. So you can lean forward onto your fingertips, your hands, your elbows, maybe even forehead to the floor, just folding as much as you're able and then letting go into this shape. What is there to release here? Let's walk your hands back in, rolling up, hands to the floor behind us. Shoulders roll back, elbows roll back, and then puff up the chest. Lift the heart as high as you can, little upper back arch. What's possible here? And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder and let's press down through the left shoulder, looking for a stretch on left side of the neck. You might lift or lower your chin a little bit, exploring the different parts of your neck. Rotate your chin to your chest, come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now even more through your right side, looking for a stretch there. Rotate chin to chest, come back to the first side, and then go back and forth a few times. Half circles or 3/4 circles. Watching the sensation move from one side over to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. Release the arms, head floats back up. Hands to the floor behind us. Again, fingers facing forward, roll your shoulders and elbows back, and then lift the heart. Little bit higher. And release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees. Roll your way up. Let's bring feet to the floor now, hip width apart. Shift your hands to the floor in front of your feet and take a rock front to back. Try and have your feet and knees pointing straight ahead, parallel. As you rock your weight forward, you might feel stretch through the toes. As you rock back, looking for a stretch through the ankles, calves, Achilles tendon. And just exploring your range of motion and feeling what that's like. You could also tune into your hands, feeling the palms of your hands, getting your hands ready to receive more weight soon. And then drop your heels, lift your hips, and let's hang in Ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Take any arm position. Could be just dropping the arms or linking elbows or using support through your arms. You could always rest elbows on thighs or hands on blocks. Can you feel the weight of your head releasing, hanging down? Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat and step back, coming into a high push-up position, bringing your whole body into a straight, long line. Feel your core engaging, supporting you, lifting up, as if you could take your whole body a little bit higher away from the floor. Keep that lift as you shift your weight forward and lower down, low push-up. Come into your back bend, and that could be as low or high as you like. You might start with a little baby cobra, just testing the waters. You're welcome to experiment coming higher or with a little movement. Wherever you are, shoulders back and down so the neck is nice and long. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. Please take the time you need for all your transitions. You don't need to go at the same pace as anyone else. As you enter each pose, using it as an opportunity to explore. And that could be with movement. Movement is always welcome. Could be just letting your awareness travel through your body, seeing what you notice here now. We do these same shapes over and over and over. Can you feel the newness of doing this here now? Let's drop the knees and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Giving yourself permission to rest. And remember that you can rest anytime, whether you rest in this shape or a different one. Could be when I'm suggesting it or anytime. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward like a cat getting ready to pounce. You could lightly hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Taking an extra breath in mountain pose, Tadasana, feeling your full height here. Core engaged, supporting length and space through the back. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen partway up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. And then let's take 5 breaths in some neutral shape that feels like a rest for you. So that could be down dog, but if down dog doesn't feel like a rest, maybe come to child's pose or sitting or onto your forearms or knees. More important than the shape, coming back to this quality of presence and surrender. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, when you are ready, take your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee. Now, this could work even better for you from hands and knees. Feel free to drop the left knee if that's true. Wherever you are, explore the full range of motion for your right hip joint. Take your time. Don't skip over the hard parts. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times, pulling the hips up and back as you do. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Shift your weight forward. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Little twist. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest, working core strength. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Feel what's touching the floor, what's lifting, what's expanding. One more breath here. Tip forward. Standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. And with the upper body letting go, like Ragdoll. Let your head hang, let your neck release. Last breath. Big step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Deep bend in the front leg, straight long back leg. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog, however you get there. So each transition is a time for you to integrate what you've just done, move around a little. Do that in the way that feels right. A vinyasa is one way. There are many other ways. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Getting curious about the tight, weak, awkward places rather than avoiding them. Moving right towards it. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times. Big circles. Both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then left knee towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Arms up. Sink low. So can you continue to fine-tune, that the fine-tuning never ends. It just gets more subtle. And moment by moment, letting it be just like it is. Shouldn't look or feel any different. Last breath. Tip forward. Standing splits, square off the hips. 100% effort going towards even more length. Even more letting go. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. What is there to release? Keep stripping away what's not needed, and even more engagement, even more expansion, more dynamic, more at ease. Last breath. Release. Make your way to a good rest, feeling whatever you're choosing to do, taking the time to do it. And then settle into a good resting pose for you. If it's useful, you might close your eyes. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, shoulders go low, fingers go high. Feel what's going up, what's going down, everything at once, or as much as you can take in at once. Last breath. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down, up dog or cobra, and back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's take warrior three, shift forward and find your balance. And you're welcome to make this easier by keeping the torso high and the leg low. You don't even have to take that back foot off the floor. If you do want to tip forward, keep the torso and back leg connected, forming a straight, long line. Supporting leg can be bent or straight. You can choose any arm position. One more breath here. Step back, warrior one. Release through your movement transition. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Customizing your practice so it works for you. So what you are doing might look very different from what others are doing. That's okay. Using everything you know about your body and about this shape to come into your full expression, honoring your limits as they are right now. And then the big work is allowing that to be how it is. Can you feel how it is for you right now and let it go? Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. And then each rest, you want to come back to this familiar place of peace underneath all the doing, underneath all the commentary. Nothing needing, nothing to accomplish, nowhere to get, nothing to improve. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath, come in. And step right back to warrior 1. From here, open out to warrior 2. And then take your time, checking on your alignment, checking the details you are aware of. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling. Reverse warrior 2, right arm high. Let's straighten the front leg for triangle. Reach out to come down. One more breath here. Let's release. Make your way to down dog, however you get there. Just taking one thing at a time. You don't have to do more than you're doing, at least not right now. Just feeling where you are in this moment. This breath. And then from down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, feeling that. Step it forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. Step back, warrior 1. Open out, warrior 2. Flip the left palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior. Left arm high. Straighten the front leg, triangle. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. Letting go. And in the letting go, can you keep your breath slow and deep? So this is still very awake, alert, different than checking out. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Good. Let's take a couple balancing poses. We'll feel balance on 2 feet, get grounded here. And then take the right leg up, and we're going to hold the right foot in front of us. So it's a little bit like a pigeon pose, standing. So just like pigeon, you might explore the angle of your leg to find a good stretch. And with all these balances, if you want to move to a wall or a piece of furniture to help with your balance, feel free to do that. So you might bring your ankle a little higher up or in, noticing what you feel on that right hip. From here, you can either come into tree, vrikshasana, or if half lotus is a pose that works for your body, bring your ankle to your top of the opposite thigh. Please do what feels right. So tree is an option, half lotus is an option, binding is an option, bringing your right arm behind your back to grab your inner elbow or your big toe. If you are doing half lotus, you might fold, which could be folding just a little bit into the supporting leg, into a block or a piece of furniture or the floor. If you did fold, little bend in the supporting leg as you come back up. Let's release that side. Shake that out. Take a moment to get grounded on 2 feet again, feeling that this is a balance and that it's quite easy in comparison. Okay, same thing other side. When you're ready, shift your weight. Left leg comes up. And you can just play around with how close your foot is to your body, how high or low it is, feeling what it stirs up in you. And then come into a similar balance to what you did on the first side. So that could be tree, vrikshasana, or half lotus, with or without a bind, with or without folding. Feeling what you are doing, whatever you're doing. If you did fold, little bend in the supporting leg as you come up. Release that. Shake it out. Get steady on 2 feet. Okay, let's take King Dancer. So we're going to turn the right palm to face out, reach back for the inside of the right foot, left arm can start up, and then kick back through your foot. So there's a nice opening happening in the front of the shoulder. You might tip forward a little bit, but more than anything, go up. So fingers, toes, head, chest, everything lifting. Release some of the pressure before releasing your leg, and then shake that out again. Neutral. Same thing other side. Turn out through the left palm. Reach for the inside of the left foot. Right arm can be up. And then kick your foot into your hand, whatever amount. You don't need to go any further than you're able. While you are in this shape, can you breathe? deeply. Can you relax your face? Last breath here. Release. Shake that out, let that go. Let's step up towards the front of the mat, feet hip width apart. We'll take hands to the top of the buttocks, roll the shoulders back and the elbows back, and then lift the chest. Take the chest as high as you can, sternum rising up. A little bit higher, last moment. And then release, fold forward. If you're able, grab your big toes with your first 2 finger and thumb. If you can't reach, you might bend your knees in order to give you a little more space. Once you have hold, if you do, you can lengthen your spine. And then pull the top of the head towards the floor, tractioning out. Imagine putting little spaces back between each of your vertebrae. Let's release and lower onto your knees. I'm going to take a similar back bend kneeling. If you want to pad your knees, you could roll up the front of the mat a couple times, or if you have a blanket or cushion and want to use that. Knees hip width apart, tailbone dropping, belly lifting, hands to the top of the buttocks, just like standing. Roll the shoulders back, the elbows back. Lift the heart. Now you can stay here or reach your hands back for your heels. If the heels are a little too far, tucking the toes will give you another couple of inches. If it's still too far, keep the hands on the buttocks or take a different variation. Experiment with your body, what feels right for you. You're welcome to keep your head looking forward the whole time. You could look up, you could dunk it back. When the pose feels complete, come out of it, take a seat back. A little rest with back flat, neutral spine. And then if you want to come up again, you are welcome to. You might take the same thing, you might take a different variation. You might stay for a shorter or longer time. Listen to your body. Whenever it feels complete, come down and rest, and let's come into a child's pose. Spreading the back. You're welcome to take any movement. You could take a rabbit pose by grabbing the heels and pulling against them, rounding a little more. Let's come up onto hands and knees for table, and we'll get set up for a twist, thread the needle. Lift the left arm up, curl from fingertips down, thread it through, come all the way down onto your shoulder and side of your head, and then you can push into the right hand, either on the floor or on your bottom forearm, rolling open through the right shoulder. There's lots of other variations of this. If you want to take your arm up or tuck it behind your back, you're welcome to. Rather than trying to get it right, quote, or do what I'm doing, just be curious. Anything you do will have an effect. And through trial and error, you can learn your body. If you shift your weight more to your right knee or your left knee, what's that do? If you tip your hips a little this way or that way, how does that feel? Let's release, unwind, find your way back to table, back to neutral. Feel free to Take a bit of movement, arching or curving, or any other movement to unwind from that side. Same thing, other side. When you're ready, right arm lifts up. Curl from fingertips down, thread it through, come onto your shoulder or side of your head, pushing the left hand into the floor or forearm, or taking the left arm up. Let's release, unwind. Again, any movement, arching, curving, side to side. If you want to come through down dog again. We'll eventually come through to sitting and onto our backs. Take the time you need for that. And just check in with your body. How are you feeling? What's needed here? If you want to move around a little or just come to a neutral shape and ask, is there a part of your body that could use a little more attention? Is there a pose that you'd like to get in before finishing? Is there something you're needing? So you can wind down or wrap up your practice in the way that feels good for you. And if you're not in the habit of checking in with yourself, asking what do you need, you might need to ask many times before you actually hear an answer, and that's okay. If you're not sure what to do, a spinal twist is a great finishing pose, or you don't have to do anything. You can start getting your body comfortable for shavasana, adding layers or grabbing props or adjusting your clothing. Eventually, come into stillness. Letting go for a couple moments, letting what we've just done soak in. Take the time you need to get there. Letting go of the control of your breath. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. Bring hands together at your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.